that was a big thing because you're gone all day on the damn bus going to where. And I was clean.
African funk?
He was the single most funkiest smell I have ever smelled. Because in Africa, they think that's sexy. Like it's a turn on. This man stayed in a hotel, does not know what soap is, has never showered one time in his entire fucking life. He left a stench on my shoulder. I was putting hand sanitizer and stuff. Chuck went and puked behind the bus. I'm telling everybody, smell my shoulder. And everybody's like, oh hell. It was horrid. Mind you, he was on my shoulder long before 2 seconds. 2 seconds on my fucking shoulder. It was, I was pissed off for the rest of the day. I'm like, God damn it, I gotta go 8 hours with the fucking nastiest smell ever on me.
Like a motherfucker don't realize.
Oh my God. No, they're proud of it. They're proud of it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's their natural cologne.
He said, I don't take them
Yeah.
in Chicago.
That's crazy. I would never
I was,
like.
and it came out of nowhere.
Nah,
He
walk
was
out of the house
you're
with
talking
no
about it or
Dior.
whatever.
He said,
He's
cut
like,
that shit out.
click, and he just ran away. He just ran
Then he got to the deodorant. He said, he
What the hell? Don't do that.
I was gonna like sit on the other motherfucking side of the bus.
He wasn't on our bus. He was just some random African. There were a bunch of drunk groups. They're like, he's some random. I didn't know him. I didn't know him.
Did you ask him how much
That would have been.
what he did? What is that?
That would have been horrible.
What are you pointing at me? What are you saying?
Not wearing deodorant, pheromone change,
What about it?
that it affected you.
What?
You didn't really track it, but I did. That I wear less deodorant now.
And
You know,
what?
after Eli in
Do you like he smells
Chicago,
armpits too?
after that conversation, no, I just kind of stopped because I already knew about what deodorant does to do.
I know. I need to stop wearing. I
And
can't expect too
then
much.
we had met him, and he said, you know, he had stopped like 15 years ago, and he didn't get bad at all. Once a week.
What?
He tried to get, but he's not.
guy,
He's
you
not
lie.
doing anything where you know. And if you were over in the heat, somehow they managed to really not be funky. Over there, they're not really funky.
Over where?
Here, overseas.
Oh.
When you were in Israel, you walked through there. Was anybody particularly like? Did
Yes.
you come out of there
Yes.
like, oh my god?
Yes.
But well, you see people, but you're not like the majority of people walking through.
I'm used to, you know.
You smell it, and if you can
what are
point
you
out a
saying?
time,
I
Listen, I was in Bahrain. They was
exactly.
I'm like, you know what?
Trust me.
Y'all need to take a bath. I don't give a damn
And
what
what
your
about
religion
it?
is. Y'all need to take a damn
They
bath.
and they only took a bath after they fucking have sex and shit. So it's like
Time
that's like
pheromone.
if it was only mandatory, that was the only time it was mandated that they had to take a bath is after sex.
They was funky as hell over there.
you got to think about. I be
So,
telling
think
her
about
about
that.
how nasty history is. You think about just here in the United
History is
States,
nasty as hell.
and what I think
So they
about,
go
and I
weeks
start down my
without taking a
line
bath.
of you poor women, because poor women
Had their
was getting
period.
banged out by a dirty dude for the majority of American history. I just go with American history with the disrespect of woman, because like with me and her having sex, I gotta think, I generally am taking a shower prior. It's weird to me.
We're both
But in
trying.
other times you do what you do. But generally, and then I've always had a thing in my mind of historically. That dude didn't take a shower. And they were showering once every
Month.
They were bathing
Right.
once every.
In the river.
It wasn't month.
if you
Meaning
can find
it
a
wasn't
river, that's when
month.
you do
It was once a quarter for the most of the American population.
Right, 'cause
And some
I
were down to
remember,
once
like,
every 6 months. You know what the Cowboys did when they
Mozart
rolled
days,
into
when they
town
had
with the saloon?
their
They looked for
handkerchiefs,
liquor,
they would spray it with
hoes,
pure
and a
perfume.
hot
And they were
fucking bath.
those women with those big beautiful dresses. They were going like
The
this.
women
not
was taking the
because
nastiest
it was
shit possible.
classy. They were doing
Mind
that
you,
because people smelled.
Society didn't give a fuck about y'all anyway since the Egyptians, so they wasn't making products for you other than to just keep that stank down from the dude.
Listen, because there's so
But
many.
otherwise, y'all was
had,
taking dirty dick and
Keep the
listen, about the
stank
dirty, that's what we want.
down.
But they had
Dirty dick.
little fake toupees for women's private parts to hide, like if they had a disease or some issues going
cover that
on.
shit up with
There's
some
a name
fuzz.
for it. I can't remember right now. But that because they didn't bathe and all that, they had a little fake toupee for your pussy that you put on to hide all whatever the fuck is going for your pussy. There's a name for it. Yes, they had that back in the day.
Fuck
Little
about
furry
women.
thing you put on your pussy so the men you're fucking don't see all the fucked up shit that's going on down
Like, look at it. And that was for in general after you had had a
That's
baby.
not true.
It wasn't for just
That's
if you had a
not
banged out
true.
pussy. It's just if you had a baby, they
Or
just
you had a
assumed
disease.
it was a mess.
If you
Right.
had herpes or syphilis, you put the toupee on there and it'll cover the shit all.
Are you lying?
No, this is a land.
Google pussy toupee. I don't know what the fuck you need to Google, but it's like back in the day,
What was
pussy
it,
toupee.
Oh, they did.
Back in the day,
21.
pussy toupee.
Wow. Overtime.
Yeah. What's the next line?
Yeah, we both said that.
Pussy toupee.
They should have been recording right now.
What you gonna say? We're gonna make you pay for this pussy
They probably won't move it, but they almost lost their
I can't remember the name. There's a name. for
Real
it.
hair, fake hair, synthetics.
You got nice and pussy hair.
Wow.
We can go on.
They didn't have it on the
They
wall.
were
It'd be on wall. That's just like,
The pussy
which kind you want? What color you want?
toupee.
You want Kelly hair?
Gonna
You want
say.
India hair? You want?
What you gonna say?
Come on.
Oh, you want the high class hair? Let me take you in the back.
You want the
We got human hair. We got synthetic hair.
We got curly hair.
Brazilian hair.
Yeah.
got red hair.
5 TVs. They have a war now.
We got brown.
With the pussy toupee. I
Then
feel like this is an episode of
They had
Saturday
that
Night
motherfucker
Live.
out front.
This totally could be a Saturday Night Live
You
sketch.
didn't pay for hair, nigga, did you?
Right.
Somebody selling out the van. Like, you didn't get the hair, the expensive hair, did you? I got all this shit outside. Come around in the alley. I got boxes of it.
They
It be
decided-
uneven. It be knockoff hair. It be patched
It's
up.
all straight. We got the straight pussy
I
hair.
might be going down there. I got it.
Damn, yo.
All permed.
Just to hang out.
Patched up, man.
Cigarette before you go on.
We got highlights.
That bitch don't tell me go.
Low lights. We got
You
afro
know that
puffs.
they bad. They get the hair from somewhere foul, like armpit hair. That's like,
Wait a minute. Hey, if you're gonna the worst place to get hair from is the pussy. So when you put armpit hair down there, that's fine. Like that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade.
it's not the worst
What's the
place.
worst place to butt?
Ass hair. Ass hair is the worst.
Like 30, I haven't had hair there in 30 years. I don't
Armpit
even know
hair, that's
anything
it.
about anymore. Why would you want to cover it with
All you know is different tests. The ass hair crazy. You will never get the smell out. You will never get the shit out of the ass hair.
Who has hair there?
Hold on, how many is it?
Oh my god, this shit's so stupid.
Dude, Google, you got your phone? Old school back in the day, pussy toupee.
Pussy toupee. Why would you even want to look like you have hair there?
Like, that's better. That is so fucked
They
up.
have more than one person in the car.
Like you have
When you be like,
clean.
but see, that's what's fucked up. That's what the girls weren't saving then.
Look over the.
So that means that wasn't foreign. They was just like, oh, she got a lot of hair. They all got a lot of hair.
Awful.
And they had, the dudes had a lot of hair.
Awful.
Just bush.
They were all like funky. Just funky punk.
It's gross.
Funky punk.
It's just gross.
Funky punk.
Everybody had to have crabs. Everybody had to have
Pussy
crabs.
punk. Pussy punk. And penis punk. Nasty. Penis and pussy punk.
Free love and all that goofy shit. You know, disgusting.
Sports life. Sports life. We'd like to welcome y'all to join in. Well, listen in, tune in. What we'll be talking about. Life is an day, and a little of everything. You gotta play. Hopes and dreams for tomorrow. Fears and tears from the past. Sport life. Love, loss, love, gain. Fortune, fame. Sports, technology, science, religion. It's all covered here. All of it. We welcome you too. Well, you gotta play the sport life. The podcast. With your hosts, Revolver and John. Oh, sport life. Sport life. Life is a sport. Must play.
We opened for fucking man 357. Downtown Detroit.
What's his name? Nice looking.
We did all that.
357. Nice looking shit.
Uptown 357. Yeah, we opened for them.
Man, that's what's
And
up.
we wasn't nothing but dancers, and we opened for them. Not a word. So we were sweet.
Damn.
Me and my boys were sweet.
Did I show you the video?
Yeah.
Terrell?
Oh, I saw him dance. Oh my.
Did you see it? Yes.
No, and I'm still wrapping my head around that because the Terrell I know is not dancing ever,
I know.
like ever. Like Terrell will go to a
That
club, be
was
hopping.
his-
Terrell's the one standing there, like,
I'm not just
No,
a dancer. I was the
bust.
choreographer.
really?
Yeah.
He was the mastermind.
You are a
paid
man of many
choreographer.
hats. I never knew that. I'm impressed. Because Terrell I know is like smooth, quiet, don't move a lot, don't talk that much.
Because I was doing all that young, so now I'm just like,
No, well, we were young years ago. You were the same.
I had already did it. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I won't dance in front of her.
Can you dance?
No.
Yes, you can.
I tried.
Marla
He's a
doesn't-
good dancer. He makes
you.
me look good.
Well, years ago I said choreograph some routine, and then I'm gonna learn the routine.
Yeah, you
A
can learn
routine.
routines, but you can't teach a person how to dance.
How are you gonna be
You
with
can
your
teach
high
a person
school
steps.
sweetheart and dating a black guy
Dance
in
is an
Southfield, and
emotional
you can't
thing.
shake anything? You couldn't
I
shake
mean,
anything ever?
Marla can dance.
I bet you could.
I can, but I don't like to dance in front of him. because
She doesn't
he's a
work her rhythm
professional.
because she's nervous.
That's why you
She's
hold
got
on
a
to him
bebop
and let
rhythm.
him
She's-
do it. That's what James, he's a really good, I just like stay real close to him and I'm like good. It
Oh
make me
no,
look good.
he'll just yeah.
He'll forget about you. You standing there.
No, like we've a couple times.
Like
we
where
went out
Terrell
to
go?
club
He
and
on the
she
middle of the
got-
floor by himself.
Pier
Like,
one?
oh, it's a circle? Oh yeah, Terrell
we
in the
went to
middle.
Pier
Went
One
to Pier 1.
You've never been to Pier
We
1?
didn't- Well, I think I went 20 years ago.
Oh,
and
yeah.
together we didn't ever go.
You should go.
We'll
We
go
went last
this
time we were
year.
there.
We'll go in December.
Go, it was fun. We had
You guys
fun.
should come.
What's up, where?
Jamaica. Pier 1, the bar, we the local bar. I have to
Yeah.
check my booking, like everything's fine with it, right? Give me a price. It just sits there? Because I have my other girlfriend wants
We're
me to go on a
staying
cruise.
at Excellence
You can
Oyster
hear
Bay,
over there?
which just opened in June. They've been building
This
10
will be
years.
cool.
I
They
thought you stayed
started
at the one
stuff-
place you stayed at the yellow hotel.
the
That's what I was
sandals
thinking.
in.
Yeah.
I know. That one we're staying in March. This is December.
You're going in December and March?
Because we booked it with them because it was this opening special.
Y'all have got to break the Jamaica curse.
International.
You've got to go someplace else besides Jamaica for
We
vacation.
went to
Media
Mexico a
publicity.
few years ago.
You did?
Yeah.
I love
We've been
Jamaica,
to
don't get me
Mexico
wrong.
twice. No.
Okay.
The whole time we were there, we had the conversation. Mexico versus Jamaica.
It's
You
cheaper.
can drink the
Mexico is
water
cheaper.
versus
I
you
wasn't too
can't
far
drink
from
the
Mexico.
water.
We're
In Mexico,
fine. Yes. Well, I had diarrhea for a week when I came home.
No, you don't drink
When
the
you was
water.
in San
fine.
Diego,
You were
how
fine.
far,
At the
how far did
resort.
you get?
No.
We
I don't
were fine.
trust it.
We
I don't
asked
trust
it. We
it.
asked
No.
people, and they're like, the people that stayed there before were riding in the shuttle.
I would rather drink rum over tequila. I'd rather listen to reggae than Latina music.
No, you want to
fuck
see what
they
they
listen
played at the
to.
resort? I'll show you.
I'd rather speak English
You rather
than
listen to what kind?
Yeah, I was
what you
speaking
rather-
Mexican for a
Say
week
that
when I
again.
came home.
reggae over Latina.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Latina. This is the inner
They be
Shakira.
dancing too motherfucking fast. It's sunny outside. What
Right.
the fuck y'all doing?
This is the
Hey, look.
Feet moving off fast. Slow down.
Right.
Smoke a joint.
And they all drunk too.
Right.
Right, and
Stop
they're-
being rowdy.
Right. I just
Stop being. It was loose,
vibe
rowdy
was
Mexicans. I do recall
first
that.
time I
It was
was
loose,
there.
rowdy Mexicans.
All right. Well, I may as well tell you our story about these Mexicans in New York. So we downtown New York, eating.
Your story.
My wife and our cousin from Sweden out here.
Mimi was
So-
like, bitch, who you go to Jamaica? I mean, who you go to Mexico with?
That's where her family members. Well, her family member is in Sweden. Yeah. Yeah. She was out here for about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we took her to New York.
Wearing safer parade.
Mimi been a couple times, but we took her to New York. We get downtown to this little restaurant. We in there eating, having a couple drinks. Next thing you know, man, we hear the little music come on. Look back, we see like 3 Mexicans dancing. Well, it wasn't Mexican music. It was, thank God it wasn't Mexican music, because it would have been pretty bad if it was Mexican.
army.
What was
like
it?
Rowdy, like dance music.
It was some dance music, some club shit. Yeah. But my man, he get to going, tossing and shit. So he take his shirt off, right? You know, so then he walk up to this random table, start, dancing with this girl.
There's a guy in there. He's like 400.
So that's
Actually,
like
yeah,
his
it's
job,
two
like you
guys.
think they hot, like he just,
No,
The other picture that
he with his
he
boys.
just out of hand. Okay.
And it's 2 guys and 2 girls at another
Show
table.
James that water. Let's James.
James, this is at Sandals Mo Bay.
They were just there. Look at that water because the weather was good.
It was the one year we went right before you guys did, and it was something was off.
So when he starts dancing with all the chicks, they're like,
And we went again this year. We're like, no, we're not gonna let it ruin it.
With chicks before we're gonna let this guy do this. So everybody's like, and then like he's
That's
really
what
getting
we
into
wanted
it. So
you
the
to
whole
see.
rest
Yeah,
of
that's
us
what I-
was
that's what
working
I
at the
wanted
same
him to
time,
see.
but, like,
Oh,
it
look
was
at
funny.
what
So we're cheering him on, cheering him on, cheering him on, cheering him on. Then he starts stripping. When I say stripping, he
He start taking his clothes off.
So first 2 shirts come off, and we're like, everybody's all drunk, like, laughing. Then all of a sudden he starts taking his pants down.
He took his pants off.
450
Yo, he had 'em off.
pounds,
He took
okay?
them off.
Straight to death.
Then next thing you know,
Doing it.
Then
this
fell.
motherfucker took his pants. They was like Speedos.
Everything.
They probably was boxers, but they looked like Speedos on his ass.
It was some bunched up boxers.
Yo, he pulled his pants down. Yo, he had of coke in his ass.
We thought it was toilet paper from the fire.
He had a wad of cocaine in his ass, yo.
It was crazy. It was the most insane shit that ever happened.
Well, they said a few years ago the kids was doing that in college.
No, he was fucked up. That shit was
Coke in the ass and coke in the...
It was a sight to see. I might even have a
No, he was selling that shit. He was selling that. That make me not want to do coke even more, seeing him pull that shit out his ass.
Wrinkled down for a horrible.
Time.
Gorgeous.
Keep that bag, homie.
Yeah, you keep all that shit, yo. No wonder you cokeheads is dying out there.
Right. Ain't nobody smoked weed ever said, you know what? When if I get high, if I put some weed in my ass?
I don't like that.
Though I know we close to it because they about to start with the coffee, weed, enema mix situations.
Right, to help little lactose. For them lactose intolerant people, they gonna make some weed for y'all too.
That shit already. It's one of the qualities of stomach settling.
I know how this is playing.
Let's see. Amazon was they gonna try to sell food and marijuana.
Yeah.
I see Amazon. They're gonna start selling food
coming.
It's hemp.
with marijuana.
Hemp. Yeah, it's hemp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hemp. They going, yeah.
Yeah. I seen that on the news a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Amazon took over, man.
You know what is so funny?
That's how it's about money.
Sears is closing all their stores in December. Kohl's is on their way.
They're so hard.
They're talking about selling that. JCPenney's they closed all their stores.
We're being
Done, man. Nobody goes in these stores anymore.
That's crazy.
Amazon, the richest guy on the planet.
That's crazy,
He's
man.
considered the richest guy on the planet.
Amazon?
The owner of Amazon? Who is it?
Yeah,
No,
they'll get to him in a second.
Look, all
They
he
gotta
doing is
walk
sitting
down
back.
Facebook and Twitter and everybody first. He next on the list.
Oh, no, he didn't walk them down.
He next on the list.
He's number one. Apple's number two. Microsoft is number three.
I'm like, I'm
They coming to get him. Remember, Microsoft, they already fucked over. Microsoft, he should have double the money of the second person, but it's because they stepped in the 2000s and fucked them. That's how Apple even came up, because the government fucked over Microsoft.
And made them.
Gates wasn't giving a fuck. He was
Made
like,
them
this is what it
combine.
is. You need this operating system. And he had it all locked down and had the first browser. AOL was the first browser. Netscape was the first browser. People fucking forget. Ain't nobody got Netscape or AOL on their computer right now. That's because of the government. Stalled his money out halfway. He ain't gonna be able to give away all his money in his life. But that's because the government stepped they bitch asses in. And believe me, they gonna fuck Amazon over. Just like they've stepped in on Uber. This bullshit with Uber ain't really about drivers and people fucking with each other. Everybody always been fucking with each other. If you call a Uber, you know that's a chance you take. Just because Uber was running goddamn wild.
Shit, you call a regular taxi
fucking
company.
wild.
Right, you call a regular taxi company, you better be careful. Shit. Nowadays,
They're safer. They're still safer because at least you can track an actual license back to somebody. And when you had to get licensed in this bitch, and a lot of them foreign, they can remove you from this bitch
Right.
because you was foreign and you got a license, you got a contract. You breaking contracts. We'll move you out of the U.S. for breaking contracts.
and you know what's
But
crazy?
your Uber driver, your neighbor, you ain't doing shit to that motherfucker.
And it's crazy that we're talking about this right now, because I walked in the customer's house the other day, and as I'm walking, to go out and grab other tools from my van,
He said, look at this nigga.
she has something up about human
We could
trafficking
film next Sunday
on
morning.
her computer. I'm like, what is you looking up in here right now?
What you doing?
You know what I'm saying? And as I come in, it's like she's trying to hide it. I'm like, my basketball peripheral already caught that. As I was going out the door, I saw that the first time. Wow. So,
Women, well, I think
right. So that's why when I saw it, I was like, what am I?
Because they were like, oh yeah,
I
that's
go
the
in all
small
kind
one.
of people's houses, so
Where's that?
my mind is always going like, what did I just run into?
I used to do that
Right.
in Baytag. I was fixing
Good job.
washing machines.
Yeah.
Somebody's house. I hated that. I hated that job.
I kind of hate it. I can't say I hate it. The only reason why I don't hate it
Well, because
is so far the biggest house I've been in is 50,000
You'll have it back.
square feet.
Really?
So I get to see some dog cribs. I'm dealing with machines that start at right now the cheapest machine is probably $8,000 for a refrigerator, and that's the start. And then you're dealing with other refrigerators that start at $16,000. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with all high-end equipment. So I'm going to football, basketball, hockey players, people that own businesses, doctors, lawyers, basically high-end people.
hell yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
That's how you network. Yeah, that's how you get your foot and start something of your own, man.
Yeah, man. I actually met this brother. I got his card the other day. He just started his own construction company. You know, and he bought a crib, got fucked.
I get fucked.
Cause he bought his first nice crib. You know, it's kind of old, had all old appliances in there. He think me going into a crib where all his shit is gonna be working, cause he paid money for it.
He got screwed.
Yeah, he got screws on the appliances. You know, he probably got. I mean, if he want his shit to look plush like his house is, he probably got to spend another $80,000.
Why can't he go get his right stick back?
Huh?
Why can't he get the stuff he ordered right?
Oh, nah, he moved in the crib and it was already there, so it was all appliances that he was thinking that was working because it's built in and
they probably cleaned it up on the outside, made it look
and inside, make it look nice, and then when you go there, turn it on and start
1970 shit. Green refrigerator doors and shit.
That's what I be telling them about. It's funny, I be seeing the Sub-Zeros on TV and all that right now too. So when I see him, I'm like, damn, that shit is so old. Why is that shit doing on? What is that on this TV show for? They should have a new one on there, but it be the old joint. So I'm like, but they still getting play. You know, so. Yeah, actually, a couple of the magazines. Actually, I was at Terrell House the other night too. Flipped over the magazine. My company was on the back of his magazine with Sub-Zero Wolf stuff on it. So it's crazy, man. Yeah. I got that one for $600.
That's how you know a nigga like his job. Right there, that nigga said, my company shit. He don't own none of that stuff.
No, none of that stuff. I ain't got no parts of that shit. Look, I ain't got no parts of that shit.
That's some good shit right there.
The motherfucker's like, hey, look, I'm not on the outside of the door looking in. I'm outside of the building. Knocking, trying to get in. You know what I'm saying?
If you see a wolf, that shit is gonna be in the wilderness.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's the only time I'm seeing that shit. Well, I did purchase some of that shit for sure, but damn, yo, that shit.
You should get some of that stock shit.
I got lucky with the fridge though, because that fridge is 8.
The fridge dope. I know you're taking it with you when y'all move.
Oh, hell yeah. All that, I mean, I don't know.
Sell the house with this shit in and let them look at it. This bitch be baking as a bitch when they get in here. No, that white motherfucker in the space too big.
I'll bring that refrigerator back up from downstairs.
She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Clamp it. Clamp it. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Like Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Like Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Like Ellie Mae. She had a clamp it. Clamp it. In and out the fast lane. Got about $1 billion in the gas tank. Now they, but I'm feeling like some mass tape. Done dealing, so I'm in and out the fast lane. Boom, tires don't skip when I move. Dip when I move, time shift when I move. Let them think about that. Lucid Picard, oyster face when I park. John Luke Picard on the deck with them balls. Stratus, ball, status, laws, galactic, God, Fidel Castro, talking about fuck them plastic cars. You need visas to move, or at least the master's card. I can't hate these niggas, this avatars. Dots in the grid, shots in the kids. The news drive by, but don't stop if you live. Shots, 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 shit. Doing about 90 in the cockpit. Needle pushing red like a stock dip. Standards and pours, standards and pours. Money ain't money when they gambling with yours. The club ain't safe when you dance from the whores. Long as your eyes open, keep dancing with them whores. When opportunity knock, you should answer the door. When the ish hit the fan, I'm in the 4x4. 4x4 for 45 days in a 4x4. Lost counting the heat, round down to the nearest, so it's 44. She had on Navy shorts when she scooped, banging Luke in the blue Escort. Report said he killed me, got me pulling open new pores in between the buildings. Chilling at the feet of the judge, the Lord willed it. The niggas even listen to this shit, they be spilling out of their consoles. They be spilling out of their consoles. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Clamp it. Clamp it. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Like Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Like Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Like Ellie Mae. She had a clamp it. Clamp it. What happened to the sunshine? What happened to the good times? What happened to the good days? Were they ever good times anyway? Maybe we just were blind by the everyday. We just sit around, drink, we can talk about it every day. Every day. A better day. They talking about love on the radio or on the television, murder in the classroom, drugs in the bathroom, run if they ask you, be careful when they pass you. Coppers ain't the only ones out here to harass you. Bad news, wrong colors, wrong brothers, wrong sisters. One sitting in the kitchen, need dinner. From the mother, when the bullet in her, we was looking for some looking for them in her. When the miss took a horse in her. When I was just the beginning, I used to sit up in the blue. I spent like the buttons on a Nintendo. I spent like the buttons on a Nintendo. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Clamp it. Clamp it. She had an ass like Ellie Mae. Like Ellie Mae.
Not the technical shit, like the more artsy shit. So then they ain't got no time to see the shit to be light.
Like Ellie Mae.
So then there, you know, that works out good.
Clamp it.
And it's just like pieces of artists, and you just take that with you. But yeah, anything electronic, yeah, you be feeling good for like a year and a half, and then you be looking. Cause I do music, so I be getting fucked up all the time. Cause pieces be fucking expensive, especially digital shit. Motherfuckers will come out with some shit in January. 2 months later, it'll be a new motherfucking model. You had the top of the line shit 2 months ago, and now it ain't.
That's why
I mean, it still do the trick, but
yeah, that's why when I saw your beat machine, what's that beat machine mixer?
what I just got the MK3, the machine.
Nah, you hear that?
Turned in my Renaissance. I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
If you hear that,
I should have kept it and should have bought the MK2. Because the Renaissance, that was one of the best drum machines ever.
That's what's up. If you hear that, Bill, holla. You know what I mean? I know you work with them machines. Shout out to Jers.
I done had that motherfucker a week. I ain't even fired that bitch up for real. Took a whole motherfucking day to download all the shit, all the sounds and shit, but I ain't even kick that motherfucker on for nothing.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Shout out to them boys that smoked Virginia Tech today.
Yeah, it happens.
You know, big upset.
What were their rankings, you know?
I know Virginia Tech was 0-2. And Old Dominion was 0-3 at the point. And they were supposed to lose by 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
And won by 2.
I guess that's what happened when you got a couple of old teams.
Nah, the college, man, you know, anybody get hurt, anything can happen, you know. You got these young boys out here like my man right now on Indiana just running about 50 miles per hour down the field, score a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got these young boys out here that they work out, they train now. It's a little different, so it's just like the NBA, man. What I used to try to explain to cats, like about Ben Wallace. They like, damn, Ben Wallace don't score. You know, all he do is rebound and, you know, is the muscle man.
Things ain't no college footage.
But if you look back in his archive,
Right.
that boy used to put up buckets. You know what I'm saying?
And if you ask them same cats pretty much anything about Ben Wallace, it's just like he magically appeared when he got to the Pistons.
Right.
Most
you know
people
what I'm
don't
saying?
even know anything prior.
Right. You gotta play within the system to actually win. So a lot of these guys that make it to the lead and then you think that oh man, I'm nicer than this cat. 9 times out of the 10, you really ain't nicer than this cat because he just had to play into a system where he can't get as many shots as James Harden, which can get 30 shots a game, and your man only getting 3 or 4 shots, and his 3 or 4 shots could be 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. So how you really going perform like James Harden when you only getting 3 shots? So
And I don't think they even. I mean, first of all, that's just motherfucking fantasy. Regular niggas beating NBA players is fucking fantasy. Any of them.
Stop
Any
dreaming.
of them all the way down the bench to the nigga you think is the wackest nigga you saw. The average nigga walking around is not beating that nigga at anything on the hoop court. Not a thing. Not free throw shooting. Well, you might get free throw shooting because there's some whack ass free throw shooters. But if you was just in an arena with like Shaq and no crowd, he probably bang down more free throws than you. This is just how that shit work. He probably knocked down more 3-pointers than you too. This is just how that shit work. But beating them niggas is a fantasy. And they don't consider that any NBA team with a nigga on the court, period. Just on the court, period. Just a body on the court. If it's a sap, guess where they ain't gonna be? A body on the court.
Word.
It's money. If you just want to break it down to bullshit, it's just money. So if it's a body on the court, that body will whoop your fucking ass on the court.
Yeah, that's almost like, you know, I want to give a shout out to this, I don't even want to say their name on this thing actually, but they actually sent me a message on Facebook and said they want my PBL basketball team to play against her high school team. I said, there's different levels to this. I said, what I wanted to say to her, and is it,
when this happened?
Kettering High School, which is here in Waterford. She want them to play my PBL basketball. I said, it's
3-on-5?
No, that's what it'd probably be like.
That's what I'm saying. This was a serious question? Is it gonna be 3-on-5?
If I pull up my Facebook right now so I can show you, you will probably, I didn't know how to respond. All I said is, when she said it to me, I said, you know, I respect her. Actually, her husband was the realtor that helped me get this house. But I said to her team must be really good. She said, her response to me was, set up a game and let's see. All I could do is, I couldn't respond to that. Yeah, I train. There's a different way to ask me to train them. Don't get them boys hurt though, because that'll get them boys hurt. Because the cast that I play with is inside the 4 lines.
Let me tell you a ridiculous story.
It don't matter who you are.
I had a girlfriend back in the day who was the good basketball player. I used to hang out at their school, so I knew their coach and everything. Their coach had me step into a game and I got to pinning bitches shit on the backboard. My girlfriend at the time after that swung on me. She was so upset. I didn't get it. You knew what was gonna happen.
Right.
I'm
What the
just
fuck I'm
out
on
there
here for?
just running wild, pinning you can't get layups, none of
Right.
that.
You're right. That's how it's supposed to be. Inside them 4 lines, it don't matter who out there.
It was such fun
Straight
It
up.
was such fun because a few of them thought they was ballers. It was such
That
fun.
taught me about life early, playing this game of football, you know what I'm saying? The same guy that introduced me to the game that got me to start playing football, Pee
Madden?
Wee football. I wish it was Madden. Was my man
Madden.
Paul Pimienta from Jersey, my next door neighbor.
How's that last name?
Pimienta.
Italian?
Nah, actually, I think he's Cuban.
Cuban.
He Cuban.
Okay.
Yeah, half black, half Cuban.
Ah, fiery fella.
Yeah, oh man, you don't even want to know. A little stocky. We played with 2 quarterbacks on the field and 1 fullback, and everybody else was a tight end and wide receiver in the line. And we used to be out there smoking cats. But anyway, long story short, started in Pee Wee, went undefeated all through Pee Wee, freshman, sophomore year. Was the year I actually moved to, thank God. But anyway, I moved from Inglewood to Teaneck, I love my people in Inglewood for sure. I wish I'd never left, kind of, sort of, but you gotta grow and see different shit to become, who you are. But long story short, we was doing head-on-head drills, and I just lit somebody else up. I ain't gonna say his name, but bottom line, the next person in line was my next door neighbor, Paul. So this is when I learned, inside them 4 lines, you never take a play off. I said to myself, oh, this is my neighbor, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to go that hard against him. Well, I heard the whistle blow, and that's all I will remember was the whistle blowing and being on the ground. Like, took my helmet off, took my shoulder pads off. They like, you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm all right. I said, yo, Paul, bring my clothes to the crib. They like, where you going? I'm like, I'm going home.
Nigga.
I'm done. No more football for me.
Bring these motherfucking pads back on Monday.
Right, I'll bring the pants back on Monday, yo. I'm keeping the cleats. I paid for these.
Yeah, see, that's the same thing. Like, I didn't play football because I knew what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew I was essentially fastest nigga in the school since 6th grade.
Right.
So if I'm playing, I'm wide receiver, baby.
Right.
And they was lighting wide receivers up in the day.
They still lighting them up.
I was headed to go talk to coach. My big white man's, got his collarbone snapped on the way there. So I'm hearing the news on the way over. I was like, I know what I'm gonna be faced with.
Right.
I'm gonna be running crazy shit and getting lit up all the time. I'm running cross country, nigga. Fuck this. I should have played fucking football though.
That's one thing I wish I would have did was
I
run
can tell you, I'm
cross-country.
filming high school football now.
What?
Yeah, we did a game last night.
What?
Yeah. I should have played high school football.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And this was junior high when I called it off. Because my man that got broke up. I mean, in junior high, I was lightweight in junior high.
Yeah.
So I was 135, 140 in junior high. And
But
my
you
man that
was
got
lifting,
busted up, I wasn't lifting yet even.
no, I'm
was
talking
just-
about in high school though. You started lifting though.
Still even, I didn't hit 200 until college. High school, I was still, it wasn't enough food in the house to do what I needed to do. I used to clean it out and just have mom mad. She used to just be mad all the time. I couldn't take enough calories. When I got to college, I was taking about 10 to 20,000 calories a day. Easy. I would do 10, 15,000 sometimes in breakfast. There was no way my mom could sustain it. So I couldn't get above 160, 165 before I got to college. So we was just working out 2-3 times a day, taking crazy supplements. We had found a combination of shit that people didn't know about. And my man that I work out with, anyway, he's naturally 220. and I was 160, and we was doing the same, and his big brother was in there who was just strong. So I was just strong. Pat Wilson. So it was just strong. Tory was 220. I was 160.
That just
But
sound
cut
like
the fuck up.
That just sound like the gin and juice
And
in
then the
there.
little brother, Keith, was trailing.
Yo, Keith came in. Keith was cut up what Keith did. Keith was a runner too. Keith fucked all my records up at junior high. Keith started running cross country and they didn't understand how we could all run cross country and beat everybody and we all smoked. Keith smoked a pack of Newports a day before he got out of 8th grade and broke every cross country record you could imagine. Had bad feet, migraines all the time, and it was just a joke. Genetics is crazy. Genetics is super crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But anyway, yeah, I hadn't even got big yet. I hadn't got big yet. Mom couldn't sustain the food, the supplements, the weight gainer. All it couldn't do it. But when I hit college, between first freshman day and by about November 15th, I went from 165 to 195. That's the calorie. That's what the calorie intake would be. And just because people, when they hear the number, they don't really comprehend how much food that really is. Y'all did, because I just heard y'all say that's a lot of motherfucking food. Let me tell you how I used to start off. This was what I used to eat. Just for breakfast. I would start off with 8 to 10 glasses of juice. Usually 2 grape, 2 apple, 2 fruit, 2 pineapple, glass of milk, glass of water. All 8 ounces. Sit for a second, then I would start eating cereal. I usually ate 10 to 20 bowls of cereal. So all that milk. Then I would sit for a second, then I would start breakfast. Usually a waffle. My favorite at the time was bacon. It was before when the bacon used to taste like the bacon used to taste. So I used to eat about a pound of bacon a day. So bacon, eggs, potatoes. Go through that line 2 to 3 times, then go to work out. Now, when I say I would sit, break in between these, this was a 2-minute break. All of this food was eaten in 30 minutes every fucking morning. When I left breakfast, I was on the verge of throwing up. I ate until I was full. That's why I got bad esophagus problems now. I'm one of the original acid reflux motherfuckers. We couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. It had me feel like it was a stroke, and the doctors couldn't figure out half of this shit at first. But it's because I did all that damage trying to put all that weight on, because I could finally fucking eat. And then I'd go work out, go to class, 2 classes in the morning. Usually that's how I set it up for the 2 years I was there. Then it was lunchtime. But I did so much damage during breakfast, that was the majority of my calories. If you eat a pound of bacon, your calorie count right there is pushing 10. It's just the sodium is a monster. But I've got so much fluid in my system that there's no difference between my body fluid and retaining water. I carried around 10 pounds of water weight, just period. At any point, if I chilled on what I drunk, any 24-hour period, I could lose 8 to 10 pounds. But I kept it like that, but I was strong as fuck. And I got much stronger during that period, which was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet on the hoop court.
Yeah.
Because I was punishing niggas and I didn't know it. They was just like, we've been, playing behind, you the whole time. You notice you coming into the post more. I'm just balling. I'm just in the post and it's like, niggas just falling off of your back. I didn't even notice it. Oh, you're benching near 300. Oh. But everything else stayed the same. I still couldn't hop like the nigga at Western that could hop. It was one nigga, you've seen the genetic hops. We can jump. I've got a crazy vertical. But it was a dude there on track. There was a high jumper. He had the genetic freak shit. So he was like 6'4", but he could touch the top of the backboard. Easy. Damn. Easy. Not off no running down court neither. It only took him 4 or 5 steps. He vertical up pretty much.
Oh, yeah, that's ups right there.
He had goofy ups.
Yeah, that's ups right
And then the
there.
second one up there was a white boy named Rex. Rex had crazy ups. which was weird because I went to high school and there was a white boy at our high school named Rex who had crazy hugs. Box cut to one nigga, one white boy that hung with all the niggas. Magically, he can ball like this. Rex used to be in the high school gym banging on niggas. White boy coming through banging like Sean Kemp. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had one or two in my little neighborhood too. That my last high school actually that I can bang is actually Bloodworth. I told him, I said, yeah, the remedy to getting. He said, John, why you can jump so high? I said, cause I don't wear no socks on my shoes. Fucking around with them and shit. So I used to see him in practice and shit with no socks and shoes on and shit.
Blistering his dumb ass feet up.
And his mental, yo, he started actually dunking and shit.
Yeah.
But guess what it did to his feet?
Fucked them bitches up.
Fucked them up because he was running out there sweating and got raw. The whole bottom of his foot, 1 foot ripped one day. The skin just came right off. And I said, and you know, I told him, I said, he said, John, yo, he said, this ever happened to your foot? And I was like, man, did you just show me this shit? What happened? He was like, I haven't been wearing no socks. And I was like, yo, man, I was just fucking with you. Look, and I showed him back then, you know, you used to fold your socks. You know what I'm saying? When you didn't buy the short socks or didn't wear 2 pairs of socks, you would fold your socks so you couldn't see your socks. You know what I'm saying? So I was one of those guys that folded my socks. So this cat actually believed that I wasn't wearing no socks, and he was actually able to start dunking because of something that I told him. Which was some bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, yo.
But it is a thing, though. It is a thing. Because
mind over matter.
You do have to learn how to dunk.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you got hops before your hands is the size to. You need super hops, like unless you cuffing it.
Yeah, I
your
can't
hands
palm the
can't
ball.
get it right. So it took a little. I found the easy trick one day by accident. I baselined somebody. So I drove them under the rim. So when I came up, I came around the front. So my power was like
momentum
like
holding
Dominique,
the ball.
right? So I got the plan to pivot, and he was pinned under the rim, and I was like, "Oh, this is an easy spot to get somebody from." So that once I got that off, I was like, "Okay, now I've got a way that when I dribble and take off with the ball, the momentum helps it stay in my hand, and I ain't got to cuff it." Ain't got to worry about palming it. The turn is kind of natural. I just got to get up and bring it down.
That's how I caught it.
It's because like I could catch a oop first. Anybody throwing me a oop, I bang that bitch down, one-handed or two-handed. But just going up. But that was the thing, that changeover. And I found that little trick, and then I was like, And I've still never gotten the joy to like banging a real game. I know you have, right. I just needed to be a good 6'2", and I would have clowned them niggas.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like you said, I never was able to palm either, but I always, dunked.
You could get up two-handed too. That's the other thing.
I get off with one left foot, right foot, 2 feet.
And that's what they say. You ain't really dunking. That was the other thing. If you can't throw it down two-hand, we used to just be like, you bullshitting. Oh, it's a lot different.
Yeah, I'm coming from
the
deep.
Cat can come and just.
I thought
it's just a big difference.
Back in the day, I was making cats thinking I was going to do a layup because I couldn't palm the ball, and I just be carrying it to the rim and then get close and turn that shit over. And they be like, "Yo, what just happened?" Like, you on the ground, you know what just happened. Get your bitch ass up and come down, cause until we get to these last 4 points, I'm coming to the hole hard, and I think that actually hindered my game a little bit playing, like you said, if you don't play organized basketball, you know, you kind of more just a dribbler trying to get to the hole, and you know, not to knock LeBron James' game, because they did win a championship doing that bullshit, but there's no way you should be holding the ball
more
23
than
seconds.
Let's break it down
You know what I'm
further,
saying?
basketball
It's 24
player.
seconds in
Break
the
it down
shot clock.
further. Break it down further. You shouldn't have the ball as a single player in a 5 offense for more than how many seconds without making a goddamn decision?
At least 3 seconds.
3 fucking seconds.
3
Exactly.
seconds.
3
Get that
fucking
bitch up,
seconds.
yo.
Get it
take
on.
a
Get
couple-
moving.
You either fake a pass, take 1 or 2 dribbles, and get that shit up. Unless you going north and south.
Right.
Get that shit up, yo.
Give it up.
Don't be LeBron and want to dribble all. Don't follow his shit, you young whippersnappers. You fucking young whippersnappers. I hate getting out there on the court with y'all and y'all think y'all want to be Michael Jordan or LeBron James and hold a damn ball for motherfucking 23 or 24 seconds and then think you gonna pass me the ball with 1 second left
Like
and
you
I'ma
do
look.
something.
I'ma
And the
be
pass
out
gonna come in
there.
a bad position.
Right, and I'm gonna be out there looking like a motherfucking clown shooting some dumb shit. No, I'm gonna throw the ball back at you,
Set
dumb
right back
asses.
to you. And I have
That's
to,
what the fuck I'm
and I
gonna
have to say, it ain't Bron's fault. Cause Bron came up looking at looking at exactly what
Damn,
we
that
was looking
sound
at.
like some old school music. It ain't Brian's fault.
Bron's fault. Right. It's
I was before I got the IUD.
It's Iverson. I'm sorry, that's one of my favorite players, but it's Iverson and Jay Will. White Chocolate. Those two on the scene at the same time. Now it's fine that it was Iverson because Iverson can do it. Because Iverson would actually shake you while he had the ball. It wasn't pointless.
Right.
And he was
And
tough
get
enough to
buckets.
fall to the rack like a big fella. His end game was the end game. But everybody else spent 20 fucking seconds of the clock on some bullshit crossover after that, screaming Iverson name on the way to the rack for some shit they was gonna miss.
Right.
Cause somebody been waiting down there for him because everybody has collapsed to the lane
Like my
while
ass,
you in
just
bullshit
waiting
and
for that
dribbling.
shit.
Right, just waiting. Just
I'm
double up.
waiting.
But that's Iverson. That's Iverson. He was sweet enough to do it, but regular folks, that fucked the game up right there a little bit.
Yup, and that Jordan, people going to the hole calling that and one bullshit and
Yeah.
getting fouled.
And what they don't realize, I don't know if they actually just didn't watch footage or whatever, but Jordan didn't hold the ball that long.
Nope.
Nope.
Especially when Phil Jackson incorporated that triangle offense.
Yep.
That's when they start winning chips.
It only seemed like he was holding the ball that long because he was usually the third point in the triangle.
Yup.
That's where it ends up at. All
got
the
that
movements have
trust.
been made, bitches.
Yup.
He's going to his spot then. So now it seems like he's holding the ball. What the triangle has done, it has picked off 2 players. And now he's able to range to either one of his top of the key spots he wants, left or right side. And then, what Jordan was good at, Pippen as well, is usually if you work that triangle right, after everybody's faded off and you got your player at the end of the 3, just got the options, his options to get to the rack have magically increased way high because the court's unbalanced. And now he's looking at his man and somebody that has to cross the paint to get to him, to defend him. So Jordan run to the rack. He pull up, or he run to the rack. Motherfuckers didn't understand how easy it was scoring that offense because the work was done. The work was done on the chalkboard before motherfuckers hit the court. Not that he wasn't great, of course he was great. Because you can have a bust out there missing the motherfucking shots. Got 21 points.
That's the good thing about college football. Yeah. Look, somebody going off limping. Yeah, that's the one good thing about sports, man. College, cats is out here hungry trying to make it to the next level. Not everybody, though.
No.
Yeah, the wife was asking me that early. Do everybody on this, on the field are they out here to get a shot to make it to the next level?
Now, it is a crazy number that's high. It's higher than any other field. It's 90%, because at the end of it, a couple plays can set you and your family up for the rest of your life. There's $1 million that are, you know, it's real high, because most of us ain't got $1 million in sniffing range.
Right.
They a couple games away, a couple weeks away, a year away from millions.
But
so
a lot
most of them out
she
there
was
trying to
wondering
do
though.
some stuff.
But she was wondering too though. Do a lot of them make it?
Oh hell no! Most don't.
I have.
Just
Two,
count how many
so-
colleges are in the world.
For you tomorrow. I'm
The U.S.
May as well order myself some
How many
donut and
teams?
caramel, so
How many players
I'll
on
do
each
that.
team? 50 something.
Okay,
How many
so it
NFL
looks like
teams?
it
How many
comes
players
in
on
a
each
bag, like,
team?
you know, charcoal comes in that rolls down.
What's the NFL teams? How many teams is it?
Well, it's
25?
white powder, it's messy. Be careful opening it. Do it
So
this
25
way.
times
And I pour mine in a plastic,
50
like,
is
Tupperware
roster
thing,
cut
and
after
it's
50?
easier to
Down to
take out
30
and
something?
take out
I think they stay at
in the morning.
56.
And
So
you stick it
56
whatever.
times,
First thing.
Right.
it's not a lot. It's not a lot. In the NBA, even worse, because
you need to read up on it. I'll text
it's
you
less
the name.
players
You need to do a lot. This is
per
a food-grade
team.
dietitian, so it's not-
Yeah, most
they have
people
another
don't-
form that is for use in
don't.
like scare your farm.
That's why
All it
like
is
when we
is,
started, Ben will
minerals,
fuck you
like
up.
clay. It's literally
He's
clay.
there.
Use it as face mask.
The fact
I
that
brush
you
my
are
teeth with it, and
there
toothpaste. It's
says
for-
about
I'll text
all.
every-
You
need to
can't
read up
pay
on
your
it.
way
I'll
into the
tomorrow.
league.
I see you.
You will get killed.
Right.
You
Or
can't
text me
fake
your
the
address.
talent in any of the major
I do have
sports.
your address. Never mind. I have
You
it
might
all.
be able to
I'll
get
text you.
some family shit in the coaching, but you know, you could be Al Avila, still a great catcher.
Right.
So there's still skill there. You can't fake it. You end up there somewhere. They're trying to get on the field and fuck around.
So another question that I want to
Okay, so
ask is
Google it.
what you think about, should players still be able to go right to the NFL or the NBA
Okay, I'm really
from high school?
Bless you.
Bless. Or should they do a year or two in college? What's your opinion on that?
My cousin that was up here, that's her
Got
daughter.
it's a couple things.
Gucci Mama. Goddamn, really?
The first,
Right. Oh my, this is my cousin in the blue.
I
the nice,
don't
you know,
think
dressed one, not looking like a Gucci Mama.
a high school, I don't think you should be able to go to any league, period, of any pro team before your senior year of college.
Okay.
At all.
Okay. So,
However, the big thing in between that is these motherfuckers need to pay college players
that was gonna be the
about
next
half
question.
the level of the pro league.
That was the next question.
Don't even
was gonna
I
be.
don't even know if I would scale it weird. I think I would just, if you paying, I think you getting it. And I don't even think that the money should go directly to the player. I think you should almost like escrow it. I'm kind of trying to look out for everybody. I don't want the kid to fuck theyself. And
Right,
the kid
for
gonna
sure.
fuck theyself. And I don't want
You're
the
right.
league to get a hold of them and fuck them. But the league's fucking is different because it's a big check there. It's usually guaranteed money, so if you get broke up, you got your check if you good. If you good. If you on that minor shit, if you just kind of squeaking in, you still gonna get your $500K in most week leagues. You okay. You can sit down. You can take your ass back to college for $500K. If you get broke up the first year, take your ass back to college with your $500K.
Yep. Hey, I was gonna say too, we got a guest speaker tonight, so we wanna make sure he go ahead and pronounce his name and give his opinion on this last subject we was just touching on.
J-Mac in the house.
J-Mac. So what's
There it
your,
is.
what's your opinion on that last subject?
About you gonna be on in a minute.
Oh, about the high school.
leaving high school and getting paid, if they should get paid in college.
Should get paid in college, not freshman year. You go in, get a sophomore year.
That's good right there. I like that ad right there.
I like that.
Turn them off about $500.
What's that? A year? A month? Okay.
Nigga said a year. Nah, you may as well go back home.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I just want to see how he thinking. You know, everybody think a little different. You know, I'm thinking a day. You know.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't going to college. I'm sorry. I'm too old for it.
500
Never too old, man. But
to make 500 a day.
The NBA and the college NCAA, they making way too much money off these kids, man. Way
That's
too
what
much.
that was.
You gotta get a piece of the pie.
Right.
You got to. Otherwise, it's just gonna get worse.
What I was explaining to my wife earlier is I've heard of kids winning championships for their college and haven't eaten in weeks other than what the team put together for them to eat before that game.
Right. Well, the athletes gonna eat.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they gonna eat, but when they go home, it's a different story.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's why they need to get that money.
That's what I was trying to explain to my wife. So, in saying that, you know, what's your, you said, so you think they should get paid, not freshmen, but sophomores.
Sophomores.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Sophomore all the way to senior, you should be getting paid.
And that'll make these kids really stay longer.
I don't know if it'll make them stay, but they won't be starved.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know if it's gonna make them stay. You listen, you get 1 year in, and if you good enough, it's like the NCAA basketball, they getting rid of the one and done. It's gone.
Right.
Can we get them some cocaine and bitches?
And they still do that too.
Hey, look, we don't want to have no more biases out
that
this
ain't going
motherfucker.
nowhere.
That's true.
That ain't going nowhere.
Cocaine and bitches have always been in play.
Well, I don't know about the cocaine, but
It's been in play. The bitches come with the cocaine. It's in the same motherfucking suitcase.